What are proverbs? Proverbs are sayings of wisdom or pieces of advice passed down from generation to generation. These are usually based on experience or traditionally held beliefs or even general truths. You will find proverbs in every culture or language. These are basically the essence of the culture. Sometimes they are easy to understand from the words used, like literally, but sometimes they are pretty hard to interpret and can be entirely different from the words used. Now, when it comes to learning a language, you need to be familiar with these. They help you be more confident with the language because they not only give you perspective but also help you express yourself and understand others better. These small things like idioms and phrases, proverbs and collocations, they help you attain fluency in a language. They make you sound natural. Now, one thing I think I need to mention here is that proverbs are not always universal truths, like the earth revolves around the sun. These are just common sayings that people say regarding a certain context or a certain situation, and it may or may not comply with another context, even of the same kind. Now we will take a few examples that will help you understand these things better. For example, haste makes waste. Haste makes waste, meaning if you do something too quick, you will ruin it. There is a possibility that you will make some mistake, so you need to be careful, you need to take your time. But there is another pretty well-known proverb that says, time and tide wait for none. Time and tide wait for none. Which means exactly what it says. That you shouldn't waste time. You may not get that chance again and you'll regret it if you wait too long. Now suppose you're making a cake, with all the preparations and the batter, with all the ingredients. You prepare it pretty quick and shove it in the oven, but it's gonna take the exact amount of time as it should, not any less. In fact, if you hurry, you might make mistake with some measurement or you miss one ingredient, who knows. So in this case, the first proverb fits, that is, haste makes waste. Because if you go too quick, you might ruin the cake. So in this case, you need to take it slow. You need to take your time and let the process be. But let's take another example. Let's say you are spending too much time watching TV. Okay, maybe not TV, but let's say it's your mobile. People do that. So let's say your parent might come to you and tell you that you're wasting so much of precious time doing nothing and just browsing your mobile, when instead you could be doing something constructive. Now in this case, time and tide wait for none fits better. Now I'm not judging anyone, just giving an example. Now here the second proverb fits better because it explains the context better, and that's exactly the use of a proverb is, to be specific to a context, to help it explain better. I hope now you see that a proverb is just a common saying and not a universal truth. Now let's take a couple more proverbs before we are done with the video. In fact, let's take a contradictory pair again. For example, it's better to be safe than sorry, meaning that you should be careful and well prepared for any possible future problems, any unpleasant situation. So later on, when you face them, or if you face them, you are prepared. Now, what would you use it for? Let's think of a situation. Let's say you have a presentation to make at your office and you do it really well. You prepare for it well. You prepare for the things or the questions that you might get asked, even if there's a good probability that you might not. But you still prepare for them. And that's always good. Isn't it better to be prepared in this case anyway? Now, the contrary to that proverb could be something like, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Which basically means if you want to achieve something, you need to take risks. Or the opposite, That is, if you can't take risks, there's a good probability that you won't achieve anything. Now let's think of a situation. Let's say you have a job opportunity and it's in another country, a whole different country. It's terrifying, it's daunting because you've never even been to that place before. But you always wanted to travel, to see other part of the globe. So this could be your opportunity. So you kind of know that you need to take the risk if you want the experience. I mean, it is a different experience and you have wanted it, but now that it's in front of you, you are kind of terrified. So that's it for today, guys. I hope after watching this video you have an understanding of what proverbs are and how they are applied in certain situations. So if you thought that this video was helpful, then do give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.